CSS battle time. We have a punch card, punch outs, something like that. All right. Not sure if I'm going to use a radial gradient or borders. Could possibly use a conic gradient for the square, but I don't know if that's going to be needed. I wonder if we can do a radial gradient for the inner circles and then like a border left for the outer dot. Just say border left and do the dot for the circle, right? And then this gradient for inside. And we have to do the background here. Because I was thinking is HTML, right? And then the body here, and we could just flip it. But that doesn't actually solve it. Because we still need the light blue background. I don't want to add in a whole extra box shadow just for that. Because the repeating pattern is lateral, you know. So I kind of want to split it up like this rather than have like one thing be these dots and one thing be those dots. All right. Now, if the HTML was a conic gradient, ooh, that might work. If we did a radial gradient and just tiled it all the way across, you know, light blue to the dark, and filled in the whole screen, and then we did a conic gradient on top that gave us a window. It's a lot to just have a square with 4 circles in it. But then we could do the border left on the body and the HTML. Those could be, well, once we margin down the HTML, the gradients are gonna get all wonky. Okay, all right. I think we're gonna do a body and a paragraph tag, and we're gonna have 2 backgrounds. So background is oh, we got rid of the last closing part of the style tag. Strange. Okay, background's gonna be light blue, and that'll probably be the hurdle to overcome, is how to not have the light blue background, you know. Oops, I keep bumping a lot of extra keys here. That's not good. So this is going to be our body. I'm going to give it an outline. Let's margin it to be the upper set of space. 50. Oops, not 8, 70, 80. It's gonna be 75. Wow, these keys are so sensitive. All right, right, it's gonna be like 100, 125. Left is not gonna be 125 because we have that border that I wanted to do. But maybe do we do box shadows for all of the circles? You know. We could do just solid box shadows. Okay, let's keep chasing this and just see what happens. 125. We're gonna go a little higher on this. 45. I think that's like 150 maybe. It looks about half. We'll find out in a moment. And then this is gonna be like 50, 70. 65, something like that. I think that's what I need. I think. Let's go border dash left. 40 pixels dotted. All right. 50. Interesting. It's not centered, which is curious. But if we change our bottom, does nothing for us. That's the only one I can really move. And it seems like it's just pinned to the top and the left there. So it's the top if we move it down, which doesn't help because I need that top bead to mark the edge of the square for our radial gradient. In fact, I think actually, no, this won't work because my radial gradient color will fill in behind the border. So it doesn't work at all. Great. All right. Do I want to just go back to that gradient answer? I know I can do a radial gradient and then a conic gradient. You know? And then the body could just have a border radius. But honestly, once I'm making that circle, doing the box shadows would be pretty trivial. So maybe, okay, let's do it this way. Let's do a conic, right? Because, well, it could just be a background with a box shadow on the HTML. The body could just be a circle. Background with the box shadow. And then if I do the background with the box shadow, I have to margin it down for that to work. And then the body should be one of those circles in there. But it actually could be one of the outside circles. I think I could get the margin to work with that. Move it off to the side, but still be small. The right size. And then it can box shadow all the rest of them pretty easily. Yeah, it's going to be better in a conic gradient. The conic gradient, I'll have to like do the at syntax and then the positioning syntax. That's expensive. Okay, we're back to this. Let's do this. Hit that. We're going to change it to all of them because it's going to end up being the same. We're probably going to end up breaking out a variable here to adjust how this works. 9" because it doesn't really matter. This, although I could probably do, let's see if 9M will work. We're on the HTML and body right now. I want it to be both of them because I'm going to overwrite it, but let's just look at the HTML for a moment while we style it. And then we'll get it. What was it, 80? Okay. Let's look at this. 75. It was 75, that's right. 125. Okay. Perfect. So that's the HTML. Now the body, we don't want this box shadow, that large box shadow, but what I bet we can do, we want completely different values for the box shadow. So let's just override it and then we'll do a variable later. So box shadow 0, 0. There we go. So we got the body's not a thing now. Let's outline it so we can get our Spacing done. Some margin 0. Yeah, there it is. All right. It's the same size. So we're going to do like 10 on the top. Right, it's going to be, let's say 50. I think I want to make it one of the purple circles, so I only have to put the purple color in one more time, and then the rest can be the blue. 50 on that side, 50 on the bottom, or so. Let's see, yeah, that brings it up proper like. I think it's going to be like 80. But let's just not worry about it. And then left, there we go. 50, 60. Okay, so this will be 80, 100. There we go. And let's just bring the bottom up, and I think we're golden. Perfect. Border radius it. 1 inch is a nice one to do to get full circle. As long as it's over 50% of the height and width, it will give you full circle. So, box shadows. Seems really inelegant. If I did a radial gradient background up there, that would save me, I'd have to size and space it. But it would give me, that would be cheaper than 4 box shadows, I bet. So let's look at what they come out to be. Let's say 50 pixels, 60, 70. All right, 70, then 140 pixels. I think it'll be fairly easy to 50. All right, let's see what the lower ones are. It's gonna be 70 by, let's see, 100 down. No, is it 70 down? Nope. 80. These are all fairly reducible except the 70. We're going to go 150 by 80. Right? Yeah, I can't write a radial gradient that's that short. You know, like if we were to write it above, it's going to break everything. But, you know, radial gradient. And just look at that. You know, we have our first color, you know, 25 pixels, and we do our next color 0. We're already longer just with that, and I haven't positioned it yet. So box shadows are shorter than the radial gradient. Okay, glad I looked at that. Let's go ahead and put in the color property at least, though. Get these the right color. I'm not feeling great about the solution. I wish the border dotted thing had worked. That felt a little bit more elegant, splitting up into the 2 even parts. And I wish I had an idea for that still, but it's okay. One last box shadow. Let's go 200 over 0, and it's going to be purple. Okay, there it is. So 220. That looks about right, and I bet this is 80 down. Hitting the wrong keys. All right, hit submit. Hopefully that works. It's something. Don't feel super confident about it. Let's explore some minification things, and I'm gonna call it 50%. What do I see in here? I think, okay, I need to, it's more than, okay. Man, 107% is more characters, even though, oh, it evens out because I can get rid of the space. But I needed to be 2 characters for a percentage to make sense. Oh well. If nothing else, it's different than other solutions maybe. Not that I'll get top 10 with this, but it's still. 220. I can math. It's 50 VW, 55 VW. All right. 50 VH. Oh, I should have done the multiple cursor there too. Let's look at our extension unit golf. What 70 pixel come? I think it's Q units. 74Q should be okay. Submit and final minifying, and we're done. Cool. I guess that's good enough. Oops. Oh, I forgot to look at if a variable is shorter in the second box shadow declaration. I did the 9M here. So I could do a font 0 on this box shadow, but I know I can't put all of these box shadows, I can't work them into this one because it would, oh, I don't think I can, no, I can do font 0. I haven't used any font values there. I don't think PC is a font value. Oh well. So do I just write a variable and then rewrite it? Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have to add 9 characters. I think it's 12 characters for a variable. Oh, and actually, we can save some characters here by getting rid of that and then moving this up a level. Okay, good. Alright, so that's variabilized, and then we can just reassign it here. We're at 176. I did not look at what it was at before. Let's submit 176 and then we'll back it up to the other way. Well, no matter what, it's going to be less. Here. Okay, that, and then we'll get rid of this portion, and then that's how we see 174. Yeah, it's less without a variable. Can I combine box shadow declarations? I need to look back at that. I can't have these on the HTML because this box would show up. It's blue ones though. So I wonder if okay, let's just see. Let's see what happens and then see what we need to hide. I think they go in front. And let's take this stuff off. Turn off the diff. Okay. So now let's do a font 0. Did that just work out of the box? We're at 171 characters. Did we only save? Because it was 174 before. Getting rid of the second box shadow. I honestly don't know why it's working quite so well. I expected to have more issues. I guess the purple one is shoved off to the side. Oh. So I wonder if this one, if the order is flipped where these are all underneath this guy, if that were last, yeah, like I could hide all of these box shadows under this overriding one, and then here we're getting rid of it, and so then they all show up again. There it is. 169. Cool. I mean, that would work. I mean, it works right now. I don't know if I actually did that. I honestly, I don't care. But actually making that connection of if we're using a big box shadow on the HTML and I want to have box shadows on the body, I can potentially hide the box shadows from the body that I want on the body. I can put them in the HTML one and hide them under that over-encompassing one that I get rid of with font. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think I kind of understand what I'm saying, but I'm not sure. Anyways, learn something. Like a different technique to keep in mind, you know? Okay. Well, that was fun. That's always cool. Hope you're having fun with this, and I'll catch you later.